you doing today? I hope your day is going fantastic. Today, I want to talk to you about your customers. Do you know your customers? Who are your customers? Welcome to my coach ministry. I'm Coach Raquel, and let's get into it. From time to time, you hear people say they're starting their own business or they're operating their own businesses, and oftentimes I'll ask my clients, "Who's your clients?" And they will say things to me like, "I want to serve young people," or I wanna provide this service for older persons, 40 to 55 years old," or oftentimes it's very generic, this broad topic that they in their minds they're thinking they're reaching. How effective is that though? Is that effective? Let's say you're going on a journey and you wanna get to a specific place. Don't you want to know where that place is? Don't you want to be clear as to what's the direction to that place? Don't you want to be clear as to what vehicles travel down that place? So for example, let's say you want to go to New York. Don't you want to know the train that you can take from your home to New York? Don't you want to know what the weather is like in New York, and what are the things that that will influence or potentially impact your journey to New York? And when you talk about going to New York, don't you have a specific place you want to go to experience New York? So having your customer base is just like that. You have to be specific about it because you've got to know who your customers are, and you need to know them intimately. You need to know them as intimately as you know your best friends. Yes, you've got to know who your customers is. We have what we call a niche market segment in business, right? And niche, according to the dictionary, is a specialized segment or a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. A specialized kind, which means that your niche is where you zoom into who is my service specifically for. Who is it best for? And then when you zoom all the way into who you believe that person is supposed to be, you need to get to understand that segment. What are the problems that they have that your product or service is going to resolve? Right? What was the problem? What are the problems? There has to be a problem that your product is going to solve. So you have to ask yourself, so sometimes what you have to do is what you call a case study or a market research to get a better understanding of the needs of the people you want to provide your services to. And I'm going to read something about marketing, just a brief about the marketing process from the Encyclopedia Britannica. The marketing process consists of 4 elements: strategic marketing analysis, marketing mix planning, marketing implementation, and marketing control. The aim of marketing in profit-oriented organizations is to meet needs profitably. To meet needs profitably. Companies must therefore first define which needs and whose needs they can satisfy. Very, very important. So an entrepreneur, right? An entrepreneur needs to understand what the needs is. It has to be defined, clearly outlined, what needs you're setting out to meet, right? And then you need to know whose needs you're setting out to meet, that you want to satisfy. Who is the person? You need to know your customer. You need to be able to specifically say, my niche, my customer is a black is a black person, 12 to 24, in the 12 to 24 age group, that live in New York City and are interested in music, for example, right? So you need to be very specific and very clear on who you're targeting, and you need to get into that community and learn them, understand them, because you have a great idea, yes, but you're not your customer. You may be one of your customers, because I believe in having a business that you actually use yourself, right? I totally believe in that. But you're not the one who's going to make you profitable. So you have to care about who's going to make you profitable, who's going to love your idea, your business concept, and support it. Your friends can say, oh, nice job. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I like that. That is so cute. And they can even share it on their platforms for you and help you promote it and things like that. But at the end of the day, if no one is purchasing, there is no profitability happening. So you have to go to the people who have purchase power, the people who will actually purchase it. So for example, if you need your friends to buy it, you have to find out what your friends' needs are, right? And you have to make sure your service or product is able to meet those needs. How do you find that out? You can't run away from research. You have to be prepared to do some kind of research. You can do like a case study, and that is where you develop a thesis statement, a question, and then you take that question on the road and ask some people about it to learn where their minds are, to understand what their needs are. For example, asking your potential customer, what problems do you wake up with every day? What worries you? And you can let them know. So for example, let's say you want to sell hair. You can find some people that you believe would fit within your group of customers, and you can go to them and say, okay, so when it comes to hair, in regards to hair and quality of hair and price of hair and hair supply, what are some of the issues or the needs or the challenges that you face? And make it very clear to the persons you're interviewing that what they say there will be no product. You have to make it clear that there's no you don't have an expectation for them to purchase anything. Don't have an agenda when you go to them. Just go to them to ask them the question and to hear what they have to say. Don't have any predetermined concept in your head. And bear in mind that when you do something like this, that what you thought going in will be impacted when you're done. But what it's going to do is help you understand how to position your brand, how to position your business, how to position your idea for the customer, the person who's going to have buying power. As great as your idea is, if you don't get buy-in from your customers, what purpose is the brand? As an entrepreneur, you are that brand. You are that brand. So you have to assess yourself. You have to find out the people who you want to hire you. What are their thoughts about you? What needs do they have that they want you to meet? Right? When you think of the amount of money you want to earn, I talk to people who said they want to earn 500 million. Are you a $500 million brand? Are you? Are you a $500 million brand? I've met persons who say, I want 1 million a month, 2 million a year. Are you a $1 million value brand? Are you a $2 million value brand? Because if you're not, then who's going to pay you that for it? Who's going to pay you for it then? Because with money comes responsibility and accountability. When someone comes up, if someone shows up now and pays you your exact salary that you would like to have, the 1 million you want, and then they request of you what they need, are you capable of delivering? Are you capable of delivering? So a lot of the times we focus on what can I get? What can I get? What can I get? I want to challenge you to change that focus. Shift your focus. When you focus on what can I get, how much you pay me, how much you give me, when you focus on what I get, you're making yourself your customer. You are making yourself your primary accountability, your primary, the thing that's most important to you. You're making yourself your customer, but are you buying your own product? Are you buying your own services? Are you hiring yourself? No, you're not. So get that out of your head. Get that out of your head. You need to worry about the people who need your services. You need to get out and you need to learn who your customers are. You need to understand them. You need to know their habits. You need to know their ways. You need to know their needs. If you are not providing solution for someone, you're not operating a business. You're not affecting your brand, right? You're not walking in your entrepreneurship. You must be providing solutions to someone. And the more people you provide the solution to, the more your wealth will increase, the more your brand value will increase, right? So what I want to leave you with today is this. 3 things. Remember these 3 things. I need to know who my customers are, right? You need to know who your customers are. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to get intimate with information about your customers. You need to learn your customers. Understand what their needs are. Understand what the top of mind needs are, especially when they wake up in the morning. What challenges are they having? What are their needs? What do they worry about? Right? And number 3, you need to make sure that you design your brand, your product, your service in direct correlation to the needs of the client, to make sure that your clients can see your product or service as a solution to their problems, right? And this is what sometimes you have to do: create the problem. So when things happen in your life and you're facing a lot of challenges and stuff, it's not a bad thing. Look at how many other people are having the same problem, because sometimes that is how you learn a problem in order to know how to fix a problem for people, right? I always say this, and this is what I close with all the time. Your brokenness is the gateway to your greatness. Your greatness is in your brokenness. Find out what your broken is. What is the thing that is a problem for you? And once you identify what it is, go find the solution. Then you find, because you'd have studied that problem to find the solution, right? Go find other people with the same problem that you had. And help them fix it. Teach them how to fix it. That is how you build a brand. Thank you so much for joining me today on My Coach Ministry. I'm Coach Raquel, and I wish you today a fantastic, phenomenal day. Your greatness is in your brokenness. Own your truth. Have a great day.
Oh yes, I'm a success. I passed your stress test. I ain't gon' take no mess. Oh, be